Huohuo is the first character coming with the release of patch 1.5, and we've received a lot of information regarding her kit. What makes her so special? Is it worth pulling for an abundance unit at this stage of the game? Come with me as we dive into her kit and see how she compares to other abundance units and see if she's really worth it at all. Quick disclaimer, this is a pre-release analysis. Some things are still subject to change, and we may be getting something similar to what has been shown and mentioned. We'll never be able to tell until we get our hands on the character in game. Let's start off with her skill, Talisman Protection. It restores allies' HP on the main target while also healing adjacent targets, making her skill able to heal 3 units at a time at max. Her ultimate, Tail Spiritual Domination, can regenerate allies' energy and increase their attack. This is more of an offensive ultimate, which is something different from any of the current abundance characters that we have in the game. Her talent's a bit interesting. This allows for Huohuo to be able to use her skill to apply Sacrificed Life, which lasts 2 turns and will be able to heal whenever an ally attacks or uses their ultimate. Currently, Huohuo is looking to be an SP neutral healer who can also provide allies with more ultimate regen as well as attack percent. This makes her look like a hybrid character between an abundance and harmony. I think her kit is pretty neat and allows for her to fill more than one role. And with the stage we are in the game right now, we need abundance units to be able to offer more, and just healing isn't cutting it currently. Healers aren't really necessary for the stage of the endgame we're at right now. In Memory of Chaos, we can zero cycle without a healer, and when you think about it, you can get through the hardest content in the game without needing that extra source of healing, so why would you want to spend your currency on a healer in the first place? This is where I feel Huohuo solves that problem, but it's not for everything. Huohuo allows for energy to be able to be increased, as well as allows for more attack percentage, and this is very situational, but she's the perfect support for something like the Dot team right now in the game. However, there's a lot more that we have to consider. I personally believe that Huohuo is going to be one of the best healers we have available in the game now, and she rivals even Luocha, and it's all because she's able to bring more than just healing alone. Let's go and look at each abundance character and see what they bring to the table. Let's start with Natasha. All new players in the game get access to Natasha for free, and she's our base standard for what we should expect to come from for abundance. Her skill, Love, Heal, and Choose, is a single target heal from a flat percentage of her max HP and the flat HP amount, while also applying a regen for 2 turns on the target for a lesser value of the main heal. Her ultimate, Gift of Rebirth, heals all allies for a flat percentage of her max HP, plus a flat HP amount on top of that. Her talent, Innervation, increases the outgoing healing on a target below 30% HP. These are a very base version of the abundance units, and that's all there is to the core of her kit. Natasha does suffer a little bit because her basics don't scale on her HP, but that just shows the age of her character because of her releasing at the start of the game. Next up is Bailu, our standard 5-star abundance character. The chances of getting her all depend on if you lost your 50/50 on the limited banner, or if you got her from your welcome banner, or even from the 300 pulls from standard banner. Her skill, Singing Among Clouds, heals an ally for a percentage of her max HP and a flat HP value, and then bounces to 2 random allies after. This bounce can happen twice on the same character, as well as can bounce back to Bailu herself. Her ultimate, Felicia's Thunderleap, heals allies for a percentage of her max HP and the flat HP value, while also applying Invigoration. This leads into her talent, Gourdful of Elixir, where an ally with Invigoration will be healed after their hit, while also allowing for a revive once per battle if a unit would be downed. Invigoration also reduces damage received by 10%. Bailu is an impressive unit, and as a 5-star unit, she's got a good bit going for her kit. Her skill being a bit random can be beneficial if multiple units do need heals, but sometimes the heals can just splash back to herself. It can also double bounce on a unit. Depending on what you think, this can be a positive and a negative. Bailu also suffers from her basic scaling on attack, while the rest of her kit scales off HP. Being a launch unit has its trouble. Our next healer is the newest addition to the roster, Lynx. She's a 4-star healer who you can find in the standard pool, and she's got a bit going for her kit that outshines the other 2 healers that have been mentioned so far. Her skill, Salted Camping Cans, applies Survival Response, which when attached to a Preservation or Destruction character, it will increase their taunt value, allowing them to get hit more. Otherwise, it's just a heal of a percentage of her max HP and a flat HP value. Her ultimate, Snowfield First Aid, is an AoE heal that heals for a flat percentage of her max HP, as well as a flat HP value. Additionally, it will cleanse 1 debuff on each ally this hits. AoE Cleanse adds massive value in the game. Her talent, Outdoor Survival Experience, allows for whenever she uses her skill or ultimate, this will allow for them to become regens for 2 turns for a lesser amount of the heal provided. If they have Survival Response, the effect will additionally heal for more. Lynx offers a new way to play certain characters, essentially adding an incredible value for destruction and preservation units. Units like Blade and Claire, who want to be able to get hit to get more damage out, or even to raise the taunt value of your preservation characters who are built to take those hits, driving away damage from your damage dealers, allowing you to build them even more offensively. Her kit does more than just heal, and allows for other units to also thrive. For a 4-star unit, they gave her lots more to work with, and it shows overall through play. Finally, let's get to Luocha. Luocha is a 5-star abundance character that was released during 1.1, and had changed the entirety of what people consider to be the greatness for abundance. Let's see what makes him so good. His skill, Prayer of Abyss Flower, allows Luocha to heal an ally for a percentage of his attack, plus a flat HP value. He will gain 1 stack of the Abyss Flower. Additionally, if there was a unit that was below 50% HP, Luocha will trigger his skill for free on that ally, which also generates him 1 Abyss Flower, and that can occur once every 2 turns. His ultimate, Death Wish, is an AoE attack that deals a percentage of his attack to all targets. This will remove 1 buff from the enemy, as well as grant him 1 stack of Abyss Flower. What are Abyss Flowers? Well, in his talent, Cycle of Life, when there are 2 Abyss Flowers acquired, he will deploy a field that allows for all allies who attack when the field is down to restore HP for a percentage of his attack, plus a flat HP value. This heal goes on to all allies and will last for 2 of Luocha's turns. Luocha changed the game with his release. You could tell the difference between gameplay when you had him on the team compared to when you didn't have him. Removing an enemy's buffs was also huge because of newer mobs releasing that had 2 lives or would heal unless you defeat other enemies upon attacking you. Luocha is the golden standard for what an abundance character could do. He could do it all, while also being an SP positive support because his skills are also free every 2 turns. It's hard to beat something like that at all, and it was really game-changing for what we thought was okay. With all that said, there's still quite a few things we need to consider when it comes to Huohuo. Huohuo is also a 5-star eliminated abundance character, and with the options that are available, who knows when Luocha will even run back again. I think Huohuo is worth pulling for. Her skills allow for her to match Luocha's field, and you can build her slow so the skill lasts longer per one of her turns. Alternatively, since she does play as an SP neutral support, you could choose to build her faster to get more ults out quicker. An attack percent buff is massive, and an energy refund is so good too. Huohuo is one of the best of all worlds when it comes to a healer, and additionally provides great buffs just like a Harmony character. She'll be very easy to build, and also has many weapons she can use as choices to allow for her to do even better. If you're missing out on a sustain, I think it's a no-brainer to try and go for her. And she'll always have value because of her offensive buffs she provides over someone who mainly focuses just on healing. I think this gives her more value than even Luocha, and I think it's something you should consider based on the state of your account as well. Thank you all for watching. This is hopefully a quick pre-release analysis for Huohuo, as well as my thoughts on her value she adds to the game, and if she's worth pulling. If you'd like to see more of this kind of content, I'd love to know, and I'll continue to keep trying to work on stuff that's worth seeing. Till next time, peace.